What's going on, guys? Victor here with another video. I just woke up about an hour and a half ago, somewhere around there, but that doesn't really matter right now. This is the day after UFC on ABC won the event. The event was a success. If ABC wanted to get their money's worth from having the UFC on their platform, they definitely did. The UFC delivered on all platforms. On the prelims, they also delivered on the main card as well. So many fights to cover, but I want to talk about some of the people that really surprised me the most during this card. Obviously, you had Chirico versus Joaquin Buckley. His career is on the line with the UFC. He has lost 3 straight going into this fight. If he would have gotten KO'd by Joaquin Buckley, that would have been lights out, not only for him, but also for his time in the UFC as well. So there was a lot of pressure on him to have a good performance. I was surprised because he was very calm during the whole entire week. When the fight started, Alexi had a lot of kicks to display. He had the calf kicks, he had the body kicks, front kick to the body, side kick to the body, you name it. He was trying to keep that distance from Joaquin Buckley. Joaquin, for some reason, had a very wide stance. He kept on popping up and down constantly. His stance also kept him low, which made him susceptible for that roundhouse kick that connected flush on his ear. He went straight down and he ended up getting KO'd extremely fast. Alexi had a very good performance. He was taking a lot of that pressure that Joaquin was pouring on him like a champ. He was calm, he was cool, he collected, and he took the opportunities to the best of his ability until he got that roundhouse kick to the side of the head. It hit Joaquin right on the side of the ear. Your equilibrium is basically in this whole entire area. Your equilibrium is the reason why you're balanced at all times. It's the reason why you can walk straight, why you can run straight, why you can keep your posture. Once the equilibrium has or gets hit with a strong impact, your whole body's going to go out of whack, and that's why fighters tend to get KO'd pretty easily when they get hit extremely hard in the equilibrium. Amazing fight from Alexi Chirico. Hopefully Dana keeps him for another 3 more fights or 4 more fights. It was a great performance, Joaquin. You'll come back soon, homie. You'll be back as soon as possible. We all make mistakes in life. Second fight I want to talk about is Puna Soriano versus Dusko Todorovic. Obviously, that was a very cool, calm, and collected performance by Puna. Puna is obviously trying to go out there and knock him out as soon as possible, but when he saw he couldn't do that, he calmed down a little bit, recollected himself, and picked his shots. He was trying to set up Dusko a lot for these shots as well, but at the end of the day, it was the power of Puna that was too much for Dusko to withstand. Once Puna started getting those shots in, when he starts pouring those hooks in, those right crosses, when they started connecting against Dusko kept on falling. I believe he got knocked down maybe 2 or 3 times during that fight until the fight was called off. It's just Puna had so much pressure on them that Dusko couldn't even breathe. Both these fighters were undefeated coming into this match, and someone had to go. So I was very impressed with Puna's performance. Puna is definitely going to be a rising star in the UFC. He's another Hawaiian, the second Hawaiian to fight on that card besides Max Holloway to get a win. Obviously, that's 2 in a row. He did fight on the Contender Series and had an impressive win. Puna likes to go for the finishes, and he's going to be a very exciting knockout artist to watch in this middleweight division of the UFC, and also in this whole entire mixed martial arts world in general. A lot of these Hawaiians have a lot of talent, a lot of these Hawaiians have a lot to prove, and a lot of these Hawaiians can be found over in Extreme Couture in Las Vegas. Nowadays, you can see a whole lot of Hawaiians in Las Vegas rather than Las Vegas residents themselves. But other than that, they're definitely taking advantage of the training of the UFC PI over there in Las Vegas. And Puna, he's an excellent talent. Excellent talent, man. I absolutely love the kid. He's got a great personality and a bright future as well. Dusko also has a bright future, but he wasn't ready yesterday. He wasn't ready for the pressure. He wasn't ready for the barrage of punches. He wasn't ready for the volume that Puna was putting on him, because Puna wasn't getting tired at all. Puna had excellent conditioning. Dusko got a little bit tired, which basically caused his cardio to zap down a little bit, and also caused his ability to take a punch to decrease a little bit as well. But great win by Puna Soriano. Dusko Todorovic was in your day, but you will definitely come back in the near future as well. Like I said, both fighters came in undefeated. Someone had to go. Puna, great performance. Also, there was The UFC debut of Jocelyn Edwards, the first Panamanian woman's fighter to fight in the UFC. She did take this fight on short notice against Wu Yanan. Obviously, she almost got the armbar submission in the first round. She had it in there for a little bit, but she wasn't able to extend the arms of Wu to a full extension to get that, to try to get that tap, to try to get that submission victory. It wasn't there, but I really like what she had on the feet. Obviously, she had the leg kicks. She had that, basically, she connected with a drop kick, basically two up kicks together that landed on Wu when Wu was trying to go after her when she was down on the mat. I think that was absolutely classic, never seen before. I absolutely loved it. A drop kick while you're on the floor in the UFC fight, that's something unique, something amazing right there. But her volume, she was just pouring on the volume, she was pouring on the combinations. She was pulling on the pressure as well, but she did fade a little bit in some of the rounds. When Wu was giving it to her, she acted like she was surprised, that Wu wasn't even fading, that Wu was giving it back. Wu was able to get her on the ground a little bit, but Jocelyn Edwards with these reversals, man. These reversals were big. They were a game changer. And it wasn't like she wasn't doing anything with these reversals as well. Once she had Wu on her back, she was pouring on some of the punches with the ground and pound. The ground and pound was amazing. But Wu was able to get back up, and she was able to put a little bit of pressure of her own on Wu Yanan. Obviously, Wu Yanan is a tough fighter. She wouldn't go out. If Jocelyn Edwards had a full fight camp for this, I think she probably would have won the fight pretty easily for a fighter making her UFC debut. But overall, I think her performance was great. I didn't like the spinning back fists that she was trying to pull off. She was just hitting nothing but thin air. She wasn't hitting Yu on. She wasn't even in the distance on their proximity when she was trying to hit those reverse back fists. So I think those got to go in the future. If you got your opponents against the fence and you want to break off a little bit and then pull off that spinning reverse back fist, be my guest. But not when your opponent is very far away from you. You're not going to hit it at all. Trying to be flashy like that isn't going to get you extra points when it comes to fights. But a great performance by Jocelyn Edwards. I loved it. And Li Jingliang with that counter left hook against Santiago Ponzinibbio. I said that Santiago was coming back from a 2 to 3 year layoff to the UFC. Obviously, he didn't really put it on display. I didn't really see that much ring rust, but he was able to put on some pressure a little bit. He was able to get some good shots in there, but he got a little bit too careless. He tried going in for the knockout, and he ended up getting countered by a beautiful left hook by Li Jingliang, who definitely is a powerful individual in that UFC welterweight division. Li Jingliang is someone special. He's a special talent from China in the UFC. I'm going to make an individual video about him in the near future, but that's pretty much it, guys. When I'm making these videos, I also want to talk about the underdogs. I want to not only just, when I mean underdog, I mean the people that are overlooked, the people that you're not really going to talk about too much. Of course, we're going to talk about the big superstars. Everybody's focused on Conor McGregor right now. Max Holloway had an amazing fight. I will talk about Max Holloway in the near future as well on another video, but I want to talk about the fighters of today who will be the stars of tomorrow. And there were some of them who were on full display last night. So I appreciate you guys for watching this video. That was basically my overall review on some of the fights that did go on yesterday. I had it on paper. I wanted to make sure I memorized it before I made this video. And I think last night was amazing. Things couldn't have gone any better. Stay safe, guys. Stay blessed. I appreciate the love, and I'll make more videos in the future. Later.